Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal. Today is September 15th, and we are looking at a really tragic case from California. This teenager, her death was absolutely inexcusable. She was 18 years old. Her name was Janet, and she had to go through a therapeutic abortion committee because this was September of 1971, before Roe versus Wade, and California law still required you to get approval of a doctor and check into a hospital for an abortion. Now, granted, these were rubber stamped. You could just go in and go, oh, this is going to ruin my life. And go, okay. I don't know of any cases where these therapeutic abortion committees actually turned women away. So they approved 18-year-old Janet for this abortion. So it was performed at Valley Doctors Hospital in North Hollywood, California by Dr. Richard Neal on September 11th of 1971. Now, Dr. Neal reported that he'd estimated the pregnancy at 12 weeks and performed what he thought was an uneventful suction abortion. Now, Janet's brother-in-law picked her up at the hospital, and he later reported that she was very weak and sleepy when he picked her up. So they probably should never have discharged her in the first place, but they did. After returning home, Janet continued to suffer abdominal pain, and she called Dr. Neal on September 14th, and he told her that he'd see her the next day. Janet felt ill, so she went to bed early. Now, at around 2 a.m., she started experiencing hot and cold flashes for about 20 minutes and then went into convulsions, so her brother-in-law called for emergency services. Police and paramedics found Janet lying in bed. On the way to the hospital, the medics attempted to revive her, but to no avail. She was pronounced dead on arrival at 3:55 a.m. The autopsy found that Janet's heart and lung sacs contained serous fluid, and there was frothy tan fluid in her respiratory tract. Her uterus was boggy. The placenta was still attached. Her uterus contained approximately 20 cc's of red-brown, purulent, and foul-smelling liquid with a similar odor and color to exudate on the endometrial surface. Also in Janet's uterus, a macerated, lacerated, and purulent male fetus of about 19 weeks gestation. This fetus measures 14.5 centimeters in crown rump length, shows lacerations in the shoulder area, evisceration of the bowel through an abdominal laceration, and destruction of the skull and facial structures. Janet's death was attributed to septicemia due to incomplete abortion, royal therapeutic, septic. And an LA County grand jury indicted Neal on felony manslaughter charges in Janet's death, but the 1976 trial ended in a hung jury. Turn off flashlight.